Oi. So I read an article, right? The brain fear switch. Apparently, the scientists have discovered the brain fear switch, and this is how you can switch it on. The moment they say this is how you could switch it on, I kept reading without any biases. But it came to my attention that most of us don't know what fear is. And I'm not talking about, bro. You probably had a gun held at you. I probably had a gun held at me. Had people come at you. I had literally had people, two people try to come and kill, man. But I was two step ahead of them. While they're coming, I knew it. Came in the middle of the night. I guessed that they were gonna come and literally waited. Anyway, the point is, over time, I've realized what fear is, and fear is not what we think it is. It's not what these scientists think it is, or these neuroscientists, or um, these Himalayan freaks, monks and shit. Or the fear is simple, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Fear is actually simple. We just make it very, very complicated. The reason we make things complicated is simplicity cannot understand complexity, but complexity can, and also complexity cannot understand simplicity. So both ways. If you ever come across somebody who doesn't tell you things because that thing sells, you are lucky. And that's just what I have come across by accident. There is nothing to what I am saying. And I came across various, I wouldn't say knowledge, experiences that have come to make me see things in such a way that other people don't. What the neuroscientists do not understand about fear is you never, for as long as you're alive, get rid of fear, bro. You cannot get rid of fear, man. The body keeps the fear for it preserves itself. If you were to get rid of fear, you would be dead. The only thing that has no fear in its body is a corpse. Plants have fear, my nigga. Plants in your backyard if you have a garden. The mushroom have fear. You see, the mushroom can sense your footstep and it will shrimp. The human child has to have fear in order for it to survive, for its own continuity, for it to pass on its genes. We need fear. Now, there is the other fear that you could lose. So there is kind of a hope, but nobody ever discussed this with you. There are two types of fear here. So let's split them up. The first fear I want to discuss is the fear of the body, which is necessary for survival. You will never lose this fear. It is ingrained in you, and it's something that you cannot lose. If I meet somebody who has lost this fear, which I'm about to discuss with you, that would be a miracle. It will be such a miracle. But I do not believe in miracles. It is a miracle. Ah, it's a miracle. Yes, 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 yes. I don't believe in miracles. The first fear that exists, there's two types of fear. The first is the body fear, when you're riddled with fear. So if you come across snakes, hmm, you don't have to be scared of snakes. Let's just say a snake surprises you. A cobra comes out of nowhere. You didn't expect it. Hmm? Unforeseen. You are just walking, having a beautiful day, smelling the flowers, looking up to the sky as always. Hmm? Always look up at the sky. That's one thing I took away from these Indian Americans. American Indians, the Native Americans. Always look at the sky. Anyways, so you're looking at the sky, as the Native Americans tell you to always look up the sky. But you didn't look down, and then boom, all of a sudden there are snakes. You are taken aback, you jump. Oh, that's the body fear. There's the cobra. The cobra now, the fear from jumping, your whole body goes into a sort of waves. the waves. You know, you can literally feel this one day. If you ever get jumpy or if the fear overcomes you, like sort of recognize what's happening, and then you literally feel the fear. It's one of the best feelings ever. I feel like adrenaline junkies will understand what I'm saying. It's the same thing. But anyway, the cobra jumps. You didn't see the cobra because you're looking up, and now your whole body is in fear, riddled with fear. That fear the cobra can sense and it can smell. Now, the cobra isn't going to sit there and say, hmm, yeah? The cobra is playing hot chair. Who wants to be a millionaire? What is this human child going to do? A, kill me. B, goes on about his day. C, screams like a little bitch and just makes this whole situation weird. Or D, go online and talk about it. The snake doesn't have time for all this bullshit, bro. So the snake, the cobra, attacks you first. It just reacts. Proving my theory in other videos that I've always said that life is action. The animals really be teaching us some things. When the snake jumps at you, that is action. It's life. It's life's happening to you. It doesn't hate you, bro. You got scared. It smelled that you're scared. You scared him. So now he wants to react because the snake's body fear is telling him to attack you. You may not even be attacking him, but that's what you're admitting with your order. And so the snake, its fear comes into action. Your fear freezes you up, or you run off or something. That fear, right? The type of fear like you when you get a jump scare out of nowhere and someone goes, "Oh, what a pussy! You got." That is a necessary type of fear. A jump scare fear is necessary. When somebody jumps out of at you and you're startled, it's necessary. It is necessary. Or someone is about to swing or something, it comes at you and you just duck, flinch. That type of fear is necessary to preserve you. Now, the type of fear that is unnatural to me, the second fear, which the scientists bang on about and romanticize and want to sell to you that you could lose it because you're a little fucking bitch who doesn't want to understand that you, right, are your own man. You can think for yourself. Just because some guy went to school doesn't mean he's smarter than you, cuz you're both living life. And you're asking another grown man, how should I live my life? Fuck out of here, bro. The second fear I want to discuss is things like the fear of death, you know, or the fear of what if. For example, what if you do, what would you do if one of these crazy lunatics doesn't like how you speak and comes and just want to Aladdin you, wants to Aladdin me? Now, that would be a fear that I would have to consider there and think about. But it's so far in the future. You see what I'm saying? Or the fear of death is far in the future. Or the fear of being a failure is far in the future. The fear I discussed previously was the fear, immediate fear. You will never lose immediate fear. When immediate fear kicks in, right then and then, whatever, at that moment, you never know what you will do. Your body will just react to preserve itself. That is. I know there are no objective truth on this planet or on this law and this life and blah 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 blah. But that is just one objective truth. Your body will just react to immediate fear. Now, future fear, you have to be somebody special like me. I'm joking. The future fear, I call it future fear. There gotta be another name for it. Immediate fear sounds cool. The future fear are for people that are fucking mentally challenged and deranged and have gone full retarded. I don't sit around thinking about what my life is gonna turn out. I'm scared. What if I don't become a success? I'm scared. What if? What if? You're just so scared of the future, bro. Those scientists were really misleading you on that article I told you, the brain fear switch. There's so many topics on it. So many topics on it. By the way, this is just one of them. And um, think of life or YouTube as we have it now currently. The Egyptians, our cousins, the Egyptians, used to have what is called the Hall of Amenti. And at the Hall of Amenti, the best librarian of all time, Thoth or Hermes, as the Greek calls him, Thoth and I share the same similar name, by the way. Whether you know that or not, this is fun fact. Anyway, the Egyptians used to have the Hall of Amenti, and the Hall of Amenti contained all the libraries, all the thoughts from everybody else. Mm. I'm not talking about the library of something, the library of Alexander. Maybe that too. The YouTube is just like that, but there is a bigger library, and that bigger library is the library that allows me to communicate this to you. I'm just borrowing from that library. It may not be from the whole of a Mente. I would like to call it the library of people that are alive. My brain, your brain are receptors, and I'm just receiving. None of this was written. None of this was written. I had to find out through life, through living action, through being. That's why, bro, like I'm scared of magpies more than the snakes. Because if I don't get scared and startle and rattle the snake, we can just chill and go for a walk and go for laughs and go enjoy the sun. The snakes love the sun. I love the sun. Who would have thunk it? So we go together. We go skipping into the sunset because I didn't startle him. Oh, the fear of death. I have realized through living, nobody has to teach you this stuff, bro. Is what I'm trying to get to. Okay, this is gonna be sound weird because the following comment is not gonna make sense with the next comment. Through living, no, through not being concerned with how to live or what will happen, I have truly, I have truly come to see that life itself, right, is impermanence. Nothing is permanent. It will come to an end. And when it comes to an end, it is sort of up to me to beat my meat, to smoke some weird shit, to run around, do this and do that, if I want. And if I don't want to, then I'll just stay here and enjoy whatever this is. Like I could literally just enjoy sitting here, and there's nothing wrong with that. You see? And then when the death is looming, it's looming. Okay, I'm death now. Petey, I have come for you. Oh, really, mate? Really? I've been waiting for you. I know. I know you have been waiting for me. What took you long, old boy? This is death. God said you were a fuckwit, so he didn't want to bring you up here. He said he just wanted you to be down there for as long as possible. Who, God, that content creator? I forgot about that nigga. He fell off. Tell him he's irrelevant. You're going straight to hell. God has instructed me. He said, Death, take that Aussie black cunt to hell. Straight to hell. Brother, all the cool people are in hell. How is that a punishment, cuss? That's how I solved my fear of death, was the realization that by being born, the same time I was born was the same time I died. Take care of yourselves.